And we're live. Good morning, Eric.
All right. Good morning, Tellman.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Got anything fun on your agenda this weekend?
Well, I'm working on my webinar actually, and I actually feel pretty excited about it. It's the first webinar. I guess this is my positive focus. Is I'm putting a lot of time and effort and thought into creating my next webinar. And what's different about this one is this one's like truly my own. I feel like the previous webinars have been sort of replicas of other webinars that I've seen, or a conglomeration of different webinars where I put different elements together and created a webinar that was kind of my own, but really just based off of other people's. And this one's like not only my own webinar, but also providing value for my audience, regardless if they do business with me or not. And
Right.
that was what I was really looking for, that piece. So yeah, I feel excited about that.
Cool. So I think what we should do is I think we should give people a link to your webinar so they can see what it looks like right now and register if they want to. And then
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because today what we're going to do is we're going to give Eric a get shit done intervention on his webinar. We're going to do a total tear down, like unfiltered constructive criticism to make this thing better, right? Because I'm looking at it and it definitely needs some help. I can understand why you're not getting a good response. So we're gonna try not to take it personally, right? We're just gonna I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna give you all the tips that I can give you in order to improve things. All right.
Yep.
So cool. Positive focus. So is that your positive focus, or is it just what you're working on? I guess that's just what you're working on.
Both. Yeah, that's my positive focus.
Cool.
Yep.
I stopped doing 75 hard in late January. I think the day after my birthday, possibly, and I proceeded to stop exercising entirely for several weeks, and I just went for a run with in the cold. It was like 11 degrees, and it was very, very hard and very refreshing. So I feel very cleansed this morning. My mind is clear. I have a lot of energy. I'm feeling good. So that's my positive focus. I kind of took a few weeks to rest, and now I'm probably going to start running every day again or something. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Great. So today is going to be a little bit more of a constructive breakdown, how to get better results with your webinar across the board. And there are a couple things that I'm really going to suggest to you. There's a guy who's kind of the reigning webinar king, as far as I can tell, Jason Fladlian, and he wrote a book that I think is still available, but it's possible that it's not. And so he wrote a book about webinars called One to Many. And I looked before this episode on Amazon and on Audible, and it was not available on Audible, but it is available on Kindle for $10, and it is available on paperback for $20. And it's called One to Many: The Secret to Webinar Success. Now, it was published in 2018, so it's a few years old, but I suspect that almost all of those, all of the suggestions would still probably help you and anyone who's looking to improve their webinar game. Jason travels all around the world and speaks from stages, and is known far and wide as kind of like the webinar ultra optimizer. So very smart dude. Hopefully we'll have him on the show here fairly soon.
Awesome.
But the first thing that I can recommend, even though I haven't read it, just speaking for Jason, from what I know about him and what I've heard that he's done, because I have never directly worked with him. But I've only heard good things about his work, and I've spoken with him a few times. We know each other, but I haven't hired him. And so I had intentions on like joining one of his programs for a long time. I just haven't had the time at the right moment and pulled the trigger. So he has this book called One to Many, and he said in an interview recently, I heard him on YouTube, or it was a written post even, where he said he gave away too many of his secrets in the book. And so that's a good indicator that's probably a pretty good book.
Probably, yeah.
So I would read that when I was looking for the audiobook before on Audible, before our episode began here today. I did see that he has a podcast that's listed on Audible under his name that has over 200 episodes. So,
wow.
Again, go listen to his podcast.
All right.
Listen to an episode every day, and you'll probably learn a lot about webinars. Is my sneaking suspicion. Okay.
Great. Cool. Yeah, I'll check that out.
If you're not getting good results from, I'll just say your webinar in this case, if you're not getting good results from your webinar in this case, I would strongly recommend that you follow someone's formula to the letter. Okay. I don't have my own unique webinar formula. I certainly have my own way of doing it that I've learned over time. And that doesn't mean it's the end all be all, or like I'm not the webinar king of kings, but I've done hundreds of them, and some of them with great success. So I'm going to give you some suggestions here today. I'm going to look at your webinar system on my laptop, and I'm going to look at it on my phone. Both are critical, but I would even go so far as to say that your phone system is more important than anything else.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
So off the top of your head, who are 3 to 5 people that you know, respect, can name, who do webinars on a regular basis that you're aware of? I don't care if it has anything to do with network marketing. That doesn't matter.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, there's several people in my upline that do webinars on a regular basis. And then there's, obviously people like Russell Brunson who are masters at webinar selling one to many. Yeah, there's a lot of people in my upline doing webinars on a regular basis. They all seem to really stick to a product and opportunity-based formula in my upline, is what I've noticed.
Don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about that right now.
Okay.
Don't worry about that right now.
Yep.
I'm mostly interested in you having a lot of exposure to landing pages.
Gotcha.
So find the top 2 people in Kangen who are doing webinars. And what I'd like you to do is get a Google Doc together, and I want you to put in links to registration pages for webinars.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. If for some reason people don't have registration pages, make a note of it and put in a link for whatever they do have. But it's pretty hard to have a webinar, like a free webinar, without a registration page.
Exactly.
You can do it, but it's kind of dumb. Usually, if people are doing that, they simply do not understand the power of list building. And so I would find a few people in Kagan and get a few links, get a couple links to what appear to be their best webinars, and go and register for their webinars. Go and register, look at their thank you pages. Go and read their emails that they're sending out.
Okay.
The problem with Kangen is that you're not going to really be able to know who's doing the best.
True.
You're not really going to be able to know unless you know that their webinar crushes. They've told you, and they're willing to tell you that this webinar registration page is the winner.
Right. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I suspect most people in Kangen are not driving webinar registrations with paid ads. And if you do drive webinar registrations with paid ads, your webinar registration page is going to be a lot better by default. It has to be, or it won't work.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
You'll lose all your money in a hurry. So I would get the top 2, maybe the top 3 people in Kangen who are doing webinars, and get one or two of their most recent registration page links and put that on a Google Doc.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
definitely go and get at least 5 or 6 of Brunson's webinar registration pages.
Okay.
Google it. Russell Brunson's top 5 webinar registration pages. Like, you'll probably find it. Yeah, I don't know that you'll find that, but look for it. Somebody's probably already put together a list.
Could be. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Go inside Alan Sultanich's group, Nothing Held Back, and make a post saying, hey, what are some of the highest converting, most well-designed webinar registration pages you guys have ever seen? I would love some links, right? And
Yep.
make a post like that in Alan's group and have them bring you back some links.
Okay.
But you want to pay attention to Russell Brunson. You want to pay, I mean, obviously he's teaching it. There are 1,000,001 marketing gurus. I would recommend that you pay attention to Jason Fladley. Every now and again, Frank Kern does a webinar. He just keeps it simple with Zoom registration pages these days.
Okay.
So the point is, I want you to have exposure to dozens, ultimately, of high converting webinar registration pages, and I want you to build yours to look and feel and sound like them.
All right.
Okay, so I want you to find the common elements, and we can look at them together, or you can choose one that you like the most, and build just make it identical. Make it virtually identical. Don't copy their copy, but you can be inspired by their copy and their ideas. So don't copy their hook, but you can't copy their format, right?
All right. Yep.
And so you want to look at these pages on your desktop, laptop. You definitely want to look at them in your phone, right? Most people register for most things on their phone now. So, which is probably like me even saying that, like, dates me hugely, but it's true. Is most people do register for webinars on their phone?
Yeah,
so,
I think probably so. Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab the link to your webinar registration page. And so, in your own words, right? What do you want for today? Like, what are you hoping for as a result of me going in and tearing this apart? Like, state your question or your hope for this conversation.
Oh, your video and audio is getting a little bit choppy there. I'm not sure if it's on my end.
I'm gonna open it. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
It's probably my fault.
Okay.
All right. This should work better.
Yeah. So in my own words, what am I looking for? I really want to I'd love to have you look at what I've got there. That was just kind of off the top of my head, what I did yesterday and last night. And yeah, I'd love to hear how I can optimize that for better opt-in rate and just what I need to maybe change about it. What would be better and more effective, and what doesn't need to be there, what I don't have there that should be there, that kind of thing.
Great. I'm gonna do a little experiment.
All right.
I'm gonna say, how would you improve? How about this? I'm going to ChatGPT. Please.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Rewrite this webinar registration page to convert better. So I decided to keep it real simple. I went to ChatGPT. I do it the paid version. I said, and I just made this real simple. I said, please rewrite this webinar registration page to convert better. And then I gave it the link. And okay, great. So here's what it says, and I will happily share this with you. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
But here's what we're starting with.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I think we'll do it like this.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know you could give ChatGPT just a link and it'll look at everything inside the link and optimize it.
Yeah, that's kind of a new thing.
All right.
Present. share screen. Boom. Okay. So hopefully everybody can see the page. Can you see the page?
Yep. This is the laptop version.
This is
Yep.
the laptop version. And I'm going to also look at but like the phone version is pretty similar. Okay, I see a white band up at the top.
Yep.
I see a black background. It says register for your action plan to success webinar, which obviously is a grammatical snafu.
Yep.
Please fill out your name and email below. First name, email. Click here to reserve your seat. Big red button. Policy and terms, and then there are some bullets down below. Okay.
Yep.
So, the fact is, so you have a opt-in form here, but and a registration form, which is good. But this is like the short version is it's not at all compelling, right? There's no reason that I would want to register for this webinar.
Right. I would have to have an extremely compelling piece of content leading them to this page, and then it's like maybe
the page still sucks.
This page sucks, right? Okay.
So like yes, you're going to need extremely compelling emails and extremely compelling content to lead to any page.
Yep.
Right. If the page doesn't stand alone, it's going to become the choke point, and you already know it's a choke point because you're not having very many people register for your webinar. Right. So the first thing that I would recommend is here. Let me get rid of this get shit done banner. The first thing that I would recommend, as I've already said, is I'd go and I'd find 10 or more examples of high converting webinar pages that look good, that cause you to register for them, and so on. But you need a headline. You don't have a headline. Your headline is your action plan to success webinar. That's the headline. Your pre-head is register for that, right? And so, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. I definitely don't know when it is. I know nothing. Way too vague. All right. Okay. So, I'll tell you what ChatGPT had to say, which was a cheap, quick, easy fix. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Unlock your blueprint for success. Free webinar. And again, I'll send you all this. You don't have to write it down.
All right. Yep.
Discover the 6 proven pillars to accelerate your business growth. Are you ready to transform your business? Join our exclusive free webinar to learn the actionable strategies that have empowered countless entrepreneurs too. And then there's bullet points. Define your purpose. Identify exactly who you help and how you serve them better. Generate high quality leads. Master the techniques to attract a steady stream of ideal clients. Book and close sales calls. Convert prospects into paying customers with confidence. Scale your team. Learn the art of duplication and empower your team for explosive growth. Powerful and supportive community. Create a network that fuels your ongoing success and craft irresistible offers. Design offers your audience can't say no to. Ready to evaluate or elevate your business? Simply enter your details below to secure your spot and get your free action plan to success. First name, email address, and then reserve my free seat now. And then privacy policy and terms of service is at the bottom.
Great.
Okay. That all should be above the fold, no scrolling. Okay. That's very minimal copy. You should be able to get that above the fold, certainly on a laptop, a desktop, maybe on a phone as well. All right.
Okay.
The interesting thing about ChatGPT's rewrite is it makes it really clear that it has nothing to do with network marketing.
Right.
Meaning it should have something to do with network marketing. There's nothing on this page that is attractive to network marketers.
Right. I mean, that's something that I've noticed with all of the Kangen webinars I've ever seen. They don't have network marketing in the languaging anywhere.
Okay. Well, I would personally recommend that you put that front and center.
Okay.
And that you specifically say, calling new and seasoned network marketers, attention, new and seasoned network marketers, the other thing is, as far as your action plan, your network marketing action plan for success. Okay.
Yep.
And once you come up with a really good high converting page, you can run an A/B split test using the words network marketing and not using the word network marketing. And hey, prove me wrong, right? I think if you use the word network marketing, you'll have a lower sign up rate and a higher attendance rate and a higher percentage of people that stay till the end and purchase.
All right.
And the reason is because if they're allergic to network marketing and they already don't want to have anything to do with it, they won't join your webinar in the first place. If I were you, I would lean toward people who are open to network marketing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could try it that way. My feeling, maybe I'm wrong, is that I feel like there's a lot of people that have heard all the negative stigma about network marketing, but really know nothing about it and have never had an exposure to what a network marketing opportunity actually looks like, what the comp plan does, how it actually pays you. And yeah, I feel like I would maybe repel people that have never had any exposure to it and might be really well aligned to it if they had a actual look at it and were educated about what that model looks like.
Right. Well, that may be true.
Yep.
And in the meantime, nobody's signing up to your webinar. So, or very few people, right? And so what I'm getting at is, if I were you, I would focus on being attractive to people that are open to network marketing already, and you just have fewer hoops to jump through. You have fewer obstacles to deal with.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Less objections.
Again, it's an opinion and it's one way of looking at it, and you might find a better way, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
But I think you should talk about network marketing in the description of your Facebook group. I think you should talk about network marketing all day long in your posts. And I think you should be, if you're going to do network marketing, I think you should promote the hell out of network marketing and not be shy about it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess my only stipulation with that is I haven't seen anybody in my company doing that. Like literally nobody says
great. And
network marketing.
Be the first.
Be the person. Okay.
If it doesn't work, you can strip it out later.
Yep. Okay.
Right. And be more vague. I have the same challenge with hypnosis, Eric.
Really?
Hypnosis has stigmas all up and down. Like,
true.
People believe all sorts of stupid crap about hypnosis.
Yeah.
Like, they think I'm going to hypnotize them to like dance like a chicken.
No, that's the first thing that comes to my mind of like the common stigma with hypnosis.
I don't know if I still own it, but a while back, like years ago, I bought clucklikeachicken.com.
Okay.
Just kind of play with the whole issue.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, like, internet marketing has a similar stigma. It's kind of changed as the internet has become more obviously pervasive in all of our lives. But I think if you talk to people openly about network marketing, pros and cons, right? I mean, you could do like, I would recommend that you do your network marketing action plan for success, or your action plan for success with network marketing, your network marketing action plan for success, network marketing action plan. Yeah. The 7-step network marketing action plan that virtually guarantees success and duplication.
Yep.
Something like this. So, here's a headline. Discover the amazing 7-step formula that virtually guarantees success and duplication, or duplication success in almost any network marketing opportunity. ...
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Discover the amazing 7-step formula that virtually guarantees success in I wouldn't use virtually and almost. I would use one of those.
Okay.
Join us for this amazing live. Join us for this amazing live presentation. Where I'll explain I'll explain all 7 steps or 6 steps to my network marketing action plan, and my copy's breaking down a little bit here. Point is, headline about what they're going to get. They're going to get the 6-step formula, 7-step formula to creating their action plan and succeeding in network marketing. Okay,
Right,
that's the headline.
Okay, sure. Yep. Okay, got it.
Pre-head is attention, new and seasoned network marketers who want to increase their passive income and create duplication in their downline with more ease and less struggle. Something along these lines. That's the pre-head.
Okay.
And the headline, discover the amazing 7-step formula that virtually guarantees success with any network marketing opportunity.
Got it.
And then I'm going back to ChatGPT here, but and then ChatGPT goes into, are you ready to transform your business? So are you ready? Are you ready to grow your? Are you ready to explode the growth of your business?
Oh, I think Tellman froze
It's a
up.
free webinar.
Oh,
And,
you're back. Okay, you froze up there for a minute.
Oh, I guess I'm just having internet wonkiness. Anyway,
Okay. Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So, but basically, you're looking for a pre-head that talks to directly who this is supposed to be for. Then the headline is making a big, bold, captivating claim or asking a question that's benefit driven, that's going to cause people to want to register for the webinar and see what the heck you're talking about.
Got it.
Right? Then the bullets are supportive evidence, like there's supportive benefits of what they're going to get out of joining your webinar. And as we're looking here on this page,
yep,
register for the action plan to success webinar. Like this is just, it's not a headline.
No,
right?
It's not.
The bullets definitely should not be below your opt-in form.
Okay. I guess I had that piece wrong.
The bullets should be underneath the headline.
All right.
Right. And then
I guess I was just aiming to have the form above the fold, but maybe that I have that backwards.
Pre-head, headline, bullets, opt-in form.
Okay, got it.
And it might make sense for you to do 2 columns, like column on the left.
Okay, right.
Column on the right is the opt-in form.
That would work too. Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
And I wouldn't. I would say the 6-step action plan. I wouldn't do 6 pillars. I would do 6-step action plan, and I wouldn't have 6 bullets. I'd have 3 to 5 bullets.
All right.
And they could have, like what are the benefits of each one of the steps in the action plan?
Got it.
Right. You don't need to teach them what the steps are in the bullets.
Sure.
The benefits of the steps.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Important, right? So you don't need to teach on the landing page. Absolutely unnecessary. You're trying to get them to want to learn what it is that you're going to teach them that they're going to give them the benefits.
Got it.
Right. Also on your button, way too many words, right? Like register now.
Yeah, that works. Sure.
Right. So make first name required.
Oh yeah, I noticed that wasn't required. That was, yeah, last night, right when I was going to bed, I noticed that bit.
Yeah, make it required. Yep. And if for some reason that's difficult with your system, then just put the star anyway, so it looks like it's required.
Okay, yeah, it's a good idea.
And then also, as I've said before, build a version of the page that looks exactly like a Zoom registration page.
Got it.
And I would lead with that. All right, I would lead with that. Either build it on, or just build it on Zoom and send me a link. Like rewrite it with the suggestions that I've given you here, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. I'm giving you a link to the ChatGPT stuff that spit out. I'm just going to go ahead and put it there. You know what? I'll go ahead and put it in the comments for everybody too. If you guys want to check out, I meant to put this in earlier. Here's a link to Eric's first draft registration page if you guys want to get on his webinar and check it out. And then I'm also going to put in, here's ChatGPT's suggestions. ChatGPT's suggestions are okay. They're not amazing. They're not mind-boggling.
Yep.
But they would totally get you a better response.
Okay.
So, what are 3 different topics that you're considering doing webinars focused on in the future?
Well, right now I'm really focused on this one. Yeah, I guess yeah, where my brain's at is working on this one specifically.
Great. Give me three different topics. One is network marketing action plan. Great.
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna create a 6-step network marketing action plan, and like I'm imagining it like a Candyland path. You know what I mean? Like what are the 6 steps that I need to go through in order to,
right?
In order to have success with network marketing, right? These are 6 core issues that you must address, and you must line these things up and get all these things in place in order to have success in any network marketing opportunity, right? Step 1, figure out where you're going to sell. Step 2, figure out who you're focused on selling it to, and who you're focused on serving. Step 3, figure out what the big problem, challenge, or difficulties are that your people are facing that you're going to help them solve, right? Hopefully
Yep.
with your product or service,
yep,
and so on. And so I bring them through that path. The whole idea is to give them 1 or more aha moments, right? And if you go through like Brunson's perfect webinar script, or Jason Fladlian's process, or anybody's webinar script process, getting to that aha moment is kind of what the major thing is, right?
okay, yeah,
And so if you're speaking to them about 6 or 7 different major roadblocks, obstacles, challenges that one faces in the network marketing growth cycle, and you're helping them to address them, think about them more clearly, and move past them, and not be afraid of them, and so on, then like they're going to like you, they're going to trust you. And some of them are unhappy with their current team, unhappy with their current opportunity, unhappy with their current results, and they're looking for somebody else to work with that will hopefully be more inspiring and help lead them in a better direction. And you want to be that person, right?
Exactly.
So these can also be the things like the skills and the abilities that you've had to embrace yourself in your journey and get better at, and that you recognized you were lacking in when you got started. right? And so that's a way you can really relate to people too, is those 6 steps could be, look, I had no idea what I was getting into, and here are the 6 major obstacles that I've encountered so far, and here's how I've managed to overcome them, right? Step
Right.
1, right? And but the action plan is good. What are some other topics? Let's say the action plan webinar bombs. What's next week's webinar? What's the week after that? What's the week after that? What are some options?
Right. I mean, I guess what I'm going on is member feedback in my group, finding out what people want. And that's something I've just started the process with. And yeah, until I get greater clarity on exactly what these people are wanting, yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to.
You're getting in your own way right now.
All right.
You're right. You're going to get more clarity, and that's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
But you don't need a Facebook group, and you don't need polls in order to answer this question. What are some major topics that network marketers in Kangen struggle with?
Right. Okay. So I could do a whole webinar on personal branding. That's a huge piece for network marketing. It's at the
Okay,
base of any network marketing business. And I mean, that has a whole 6-step process to it.
great.
Yeah, I could
And
easily
it's
create a whole
called
webinar on that.
how to build an attractive personal brand
Yep.
for any network marketing opportunity.
Yep.
Attention network marketers who are interested in building a personal brand. Here's how to build a personal brand while representing a network marketing opportunity. Right?
Right.
Great. Personal branding. What else?
Um,
Let me give you a hint. It's
yeah.
any one of your 6 or 7 steps, dude.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. Yeah. The first one that came to mind is like probably the number one struggle that most network marketers say they have, which is lead generation. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How do I, as a new network marketer who just signed on with this new opportunity, how do I generate leads for people to talk to and sell to?
Exactly.
Great. What else?
There is the irresistible offer. Like what's that all about? And yeah, I could talk about how it's, something that ultimately costs your clients more not to have in terms of the results they're not getting in their life without it.
So that may be one,
Okay.
but I don't think that people who are new to network marketing are looking to create an irresistible offer. That might be
Okay.
a solution to a problem they have, but I'm asking
Yep.
for a problem that they
Sure.
know they have. One of the problems that they know they have is they're not getting duplication. They don't know how to
Sure.
recruit people. They don't know how to train them because they don't know how
Yep.
to do it themselves because nobody taught them how to do it. So they're
Got it.
not getting good training and they don't know how to give good training. Like the duplication paradox,
Right.
right? How to actually recruit team members and get duplication before you know what you're doing yourself.
Yep.
It's a challenge. It keeps people stuck, right? How to build your downline, how to get your first sale, and we already talked about how to do sales calls, how to do effective sales calls, right? All
Yep.
of these could be its own standalone webinar and should be.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that gives
Okay.
me a lot of direction.
Hold on. What are the top 10 topics I could do a webinar on that new and seasoned network marketers already realize they are struggling with and want solutions for? Okay. The answer is 1, 2, 3. This is interesting. ChatGPT is being a little bit slow today.
Okay.
Great. 1, effective prospecting and lead generation. You got that.
Yep.
I would suggest that this number 2 is probably better than your personal branding thing, dude. This is mastering social media marketing. Social media for network
Social
marketers.
media marketing. Sure. Yeah, no,
Even
that's a
if it
huge
is
one.
for building a personal brand, again, that's still like, for most people just starting out, they have no idea what that even means, right?
Yep.
Conversion tactics, turning prospects into customers, like how to actually sell, right? Time management and productivity hacks, team building and duplication strategies, overcoming objections and mastering the art of closing, personal branding and storytelling, leveraging digital tools and automation, mindset and resilience in network marketing, staying ahead, trends, compliance, and industry changes. So this is all, I did all of this without mentioning Kangen once.
Sure. Right. Okay. Yep.
Right? And that doesn't mean you can't or shouldn't, but these are the issues that network marketers are facing and thinking about, right? They're right there. And each one of them could be a weekly webinar. And each one of the weekly webinars you could talk about in endless social media clips and posts to promote that webinar.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So, and like the social media stuff, if you lean on personal branding and short form video is the way to start, for example. So,
Yep.
I'd really get clear on what you're teaching, what you're delivering, and how it's going to make my life better.
Got it.
Right? And I would use other successful entrepreneurs and marketers as a way of modeling your registration page. And I mean, you can model some of my webinar registration pages. I've created hundreds of them, but
Yep.
and I'm happy to give you some links. But
okay, cool.
You're going to learn more if you go and find the links yourself.
Exactly.
Right. So that's that's my initial feedback for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of thank you page feedback. So, okay, well, I like this better.
Yeah, I feel like I did a better job with my thank you page. It probably still needs some work, but I put more into, there's more components, there's more going on here.
Yeah. So, congratulations, you've registered for the network marketing action plan for success
Yep.
webinar, but like the way that you have the pre-head with the colon and then
Yeah, I know. I was getting tired last night, and I'm totally aware that that's not good.
Just smooth that out.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you have a video down here. Mark your calendar for Tuesday, February 25th. So depending on the platform that you're using, you may be able to have something in here that they can click to add it to their calendar.
Okay.
There's a little plugin that you have to pay for. I think there might be a free version called Add This.
Okay.
I think it's addthis.com. And I know that you have, or I believe that you have, a Go High Level account.
I do.
Which they may have a little plugin for that. I wouldn't be surprised if they already do, right?
I'll look into it.
Check your email inbox for your Zoom link and important updates. I would tell them to check their email inbox for an email from zoom@zoom.com or whatever the email address that Zoom sends from.
Yep.
And tell them what the subject line is. And tell them to look in their spam folder.
Okay.
Okay. And the way I like to do thank you pages is congratulations on registering for the webinar. Follow these important instructions carefully. Okay. And then step 1, add it to your calendar. Step 2, check your email. Step 3, before the webinar, join our Facebook group to get up to speed. Join our community to get up to speed. And then that should be a link right there, right? Join our community. Instead of click the button below, click here. Step 3, click here to join join the Pure Path to Prosperity community to get up to speed before the webinar.
Okay, just a clickable link instead of a button.
Yeah, or both.
Or both. Okay.
Right, but don't have text that says click below when they could click here.
Got it.
Right?
Yep.
I would get rid of the bullets.
Sure.
I think it's unnecessary. Great. Cool. But your thank you page is definitely better. I just think it needs clearing up. It needs to be more clear. And again, when you go look at webinar registration systems from a handful of people that are again, you can register for webinars that have happened in the past in most cases.
Okay.
So don't let webinars that have happened in the past throw you off. Like, screenshot the registration page, screenshot the thank you page, right? Ask yourself, oh, how could I add this in?
Right.
Right. So if you do that, I'm going to go ahead and switch back. If you do that, if you make those changes, what's going to happen is the topic of the webinar is going to be more clear. What you're going to be sharing with people is going to be more clear, and your ability to promote it is going to be more clear and in alignment. Right. Yep. So that way your short form videos will be basically you talking about one particular bullet or one particular idea that's on the registration page.
Cool. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, honestly, I would probably do white background, black and red text for headlines. I wouldn't do the black.
No. Okay.
I'd switch it to a white background with black text and use red, either for individual words or the headline. I would use black and red text, and I would use primarily black text with red for emphasis, and I'd put on a white background.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that's the teardown. If you make those changes, you're going to start getting better results. I expect.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
For sure. Do you have any other questions about any of that?
I don't have any questions right now. I feel like I just need to put that into play and like get that dialed in. Yeah, I spent a lot of time working on that yesterday and troubleshooting some things, and got pretty tired by the end and was operating on very little sleep. And yeah, I was like, yeah, but by the time I got finished with it, I knew that there were some things that were off about it. And yeah, I feel like I have a lot more direction with what I need to get done, and yeah, just getting in there and doing it.
The other thing is Legacy Wealth 333 doesn't feel very good to me.
Okay.
I don't think it's a good domain name.
All right.
If I think it should be something about you, or maybe Pure Path,
All right.
Yeah,
that was the domain name. Sorry, what?
Networking with Eric.
Networking with Eric. Yeah.
Something,
Right.
Or Grow with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Succeed with Eric. Join Eric. Whatever, something like this. Hanging with Eric. Don't do Hanging with Eric. But,
yeah, that was the domain name I used for the Project Legacy platform that I'm a part of, and it seemed really congruent with that, but maybe not so much here.
Right.
Yep.
I feel like the 333 feels too much like 666. I think people are gonna have a negative reaction to that.
Oh, really? Yeah, a lot of people really like the 3 3s. Like in the spiritual community, that's like the angel numbers and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
Right. So yeah. So try all this stuff for yourself and see.
Okay.
And I'm not claiming to always be right. I'm just giving you my impressions.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Cool. Yeah. No. I appreciate that.
But if that's the domain you got for now, and you need to use it in order to get this thing done today, you just use it and move forward.
Exactly.
Yep. But yeah, that is overall. That's my recommendation lineup. I do think that if you take those copy suggestions and you just go in and build the Zoom registration page that way, headline, few bullets, simple call to action on a Zoom page that eliminates the domain problem entirely.
Okay.
And it also just cleans everything up. It reduces the amount of options you have in the tech, right?
I
So
like
just,
the options. Yeah.
well, options are great once you have
Yeah.
something that's working okay, but when you
Yeah,
have too many
sure.
options, it's just like it distracts you. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
okay,
I'm not
sure.
saying don't use funnel builders, dude. I'm just saying
Yep.
while you're working to get this streamlined and get more registrants, let people are gonna people trust Zoom more than they trust you.
All right, got it.
That's my
I
point.
guess the one hesitation with using the Zoom registration page is I don't believe that there is a option to do a thank you page with Zoom and then like connecting it to my email autoresponder and everything. There's some tech stuff that I would need to figure out there.
Most platforms will allow you to use Zoom as your quote unquote autoresponder with your integrations.
Okay.
And what you can do is if you can only choose one thing to integrate with on your form, which for whatever silly reason, a lot of funnel builders only have one option to integrate one service. So rather than having people opt into your Aweber list or whatever you're using, ActiveCampaign, blah blah, whatever your email autoresponder is, they force you to choose one. And so if you're forced to only choose one integration on the form, you choose Zoom, you integrate into Zoom, and then you use something like Zapier in order to automatically pass the data from Zoom into your autoresponder.
Right.
Again, when you're playing with it, you can also just manually import them once a day. You're not getting enough people right now that it actually matters, right?
Okay.
So you're just trying to get something that converts better for the moment.
Got it.
So don't let that hold you back. You can. So maybe Zoom removed the feature. We already talked about this a little bit in the past.
Right.
It could customize, and you had to look for it, but there was a way of changing that thank you page after people register for a Zoom webinar. So that still might be available. I when I looked for it last time, I couldn't find it. So
Right. I'll
I
look
have to look
into
for
it.
it again.
Okay.
But even if that's the case, in all of the Zoom follow-up emails, you do have customizable stuff. So you turn on all the follow-up emails,
Yep.
and then you go in and you put in your customizable text in each one of those sections, and then you can link up to a separate page or a separate video, or you can tell them the instructions in the email and then link to where they join your Facebook group. It's not like you're dead in the water just because you're using Zoom. I would get good at both. Just practice both. Like do one Zoom, one on your own. One with your normal builder. One on Zoom, one and see what works better. See what gets more registrations. See what gets more attendance. Zoom emails definitely are probably going to get through much easier than your emails, just because Zoom is a serious business and their emails get through, right?
Right.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I think that gives you some shit to get done today.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, thank you, Tellman.
Rock and roll. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, cool. Well, we've been going for an hour. We got a little bit of a late start, so thank you for hanging. Thank you all for being here. A little bit of a webinar teardown. If you guys like this, let us know in the comments. Very quiet on the comments today, I noticed. So who knows? Anyway, rock and roll. I have a bunch of stuff I have to get done on some funnel building today myself as well. So I think I'm gonna get to it. But thank you for being here, and I guess we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see Curtis, and yeah, good luck with your webinar rewrite or your webinar registration system rewrite.
Yep.
Cool,
yeah, man. I'm gonna dive into it.
Awesome. I want to point out that you can take your webinar script, upload it. Like you could export it as a PowerPoint. I think you might even, or a PDF or something. Are you on a Mac or a PC?
Yeah, no, it's a Mac.
So you're using Keynote?
I'm not using Keynote. I'm using Canva presentations.
Okay, well maybe that's awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah, there's tons of graphic design elements in it that I really like.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so there's probably a way of doing this in Canva, but in Keynote, there's the View tab up at the top,
Right.
and you can click Outline View. And when you
Okay.
click Outline View, on the left-hand side, there is an outline of all the text that's on your webinar slides in text form.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can copy the text from the outline window on the left and paste that into a text document, and now you have a full transcript of your webinar. You
Oh,
could take
nice.
that text transcript and upload it to ChatGPT and ask it to write a highly compelling webinar registration page based on the text in your webinar.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah,
Right?
that's a cool
So,
idea. Yep.
as an example,
Right.
and if you have a webinar script outline, you could upload the basic webinar script outline. Say, hey, this is Russell Brunson's perfect webinar script outline. I'd like you to learn this,
All right.
and now I want you to read all of the text from my webinar, and now I'd like you to create me a high converting webinar registration page based on that, and I'd like you to rewrite my webinar following Russell's perfect webinar script, or
Okay,
whatever,
cool.
whose ever perfect webinar, or whose ever
Yeah.
webinar script, right?
Yeah.
So
How I've been doing my webinars thus far, I've had, my slideshow. I don't have a script. It's completely unscripted, which I kind of like about it because it flows more naturally. I'll have each slide
yeah,
with, some bullet points and I'll elaborate on it, and
yeah,
it comes out different every time and
yeah.
more natural. But yeah, I do see the benefits to having it more scripted too.
Well, you could have it spit out new webinar slides that are even better, following
True. Yep.
whatever. The point is, try everything,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
try it all,
Yep.
keep on changing it up, see, and do more of what works and do less of what doesn't. That's at the end of the day. But yeah, I would say use ChatGPT more to get your copy going, but edit it to make sure it's yours.
Yep.
Cool. Rock and
Got
roll.
it. All right.
Yeah, I predict I predict that the vast majority of AI copy will get flagged. It's already getting flagged on social media, but if your whole website is AI copy, if all your emails are AI copy, if all your social media posts are
Right.
AI, I don't know if it will be as big of a deal with ads because the ad networks want to take your money. And if
Yeah.
but aside from ads, organic content, emails, social media index stuff, all of the powers that be, even if they have AI tools, they're all sniffing for AI red flags and
Got it.
looking for people that are creating real content. And so I think that's going to get, as there's more AI noise in the marketplace, which it's already
Yeah, it's
heavily
flooded.
saturated.
Yep.
We as humans who are paying attention can tell currently what looks like AI and what doesn't. But there's so much stuff that doesn't even read like AI anymore that is absolutely flaggable and can absolutely be noticed as AI content. I think that so don't lean on it too hard. Use it for
Yeah,
ideas.
I use it as a brainstorming tool to get ideas, and then I take it, it's just kind of a creative tool to help me think in different ways, and then I extrapolate from that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So rewrite it, make sure it's in your
Cool.
voice and in your tone. But,
Sounds good.
Use it for brainstorming ideas so you can get kind of think outside of the box a little bit.
Got it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Rock and roll, guys. Well, we're going to wrap the show up. I guess we have two things to say. One is you want to do a quick little Pure Path promo?
Yeah. So in my Facebook group Pure Path to Prosperity, I'm going to be presenting the webinar that we're talking about today. Your action plan to success webinar, where I'm going to be teaching you the 6 pillars or 6 steps to your success as a network marketer. and breaking that down into those key components to help you get from Stuckville to Awesome Town, basically where you are in life currently, stuck in the grind, working for somebody else, maybe making good money, but you're not living the life you want to live. It's keeping you from your family, from your home. You're not able to spend time doing the things you love. And network marketing is an incredible tool, powerful business model to help you create the life that you want on your own terms, working for yourself on your own time. And we're going to be talking about that in Pure Path to Prosperity Facebook group. And the link is in the description of this video. And yeah, I'll see you there.
Nice. Awesome, Eric. Yeah, you guys should go check out Eric's Facebook group, the Pure Path to Prosperity. There's a link in the description in the PS. And if you guys aren't already a member, our doors are open for lifetime memberships in our private, in our private community for entrepreneurs who are wanting to improve their productivity and get shit done at getshitdone.com. And I do have a couple of spots open next week for private hypnosis sessions. And so if you've been on the fence about trying hypnosis and you want to try it in order to supercharge your productivity as an entrepreneur, if you want a little bit more of the personal touch, then go to workwithtellman.com and you can sign up for a private hypnosis session with me. And instead of paying the $1,000 that I normally charge, you can name your own price right now. You can choose what it would be worth to you to create the transformation that you'd like. And then we can jump on Zoom next week and do an amazing hypnosis session to help move you forward. So if that sounds interesting to you, workwithtellman.com. My name's Tellman Knudsen. This is Eric Oliver. And Eric, you know what time it is?
It's time to get shit done.
It's time to get shit done. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Tellman.
All right, guys. Over and out.
Over and out.